Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be called up to a national team, especially when it comes to football? Most people associate it with a lot of pride, a lot of happiness, and many call it a dream come true. Well, today I will have a one on one, a candid conversation with a former Uganda Cranes football player called Samson Ceaser Okhuti, who is also the current head coach of Onduparaka Football Club, a club that plays in the FIFA Big League in Uganda. So, um, you're most welcome, Samson Ceaser Okhuti. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, is everything fine, life-wise and everything?
Not really, but thank God we are just moving on.
Okay. Yeah, so you are one footballer that I remember during my days in Vara SS. I think you had just joined Vara. I think should be senior six if I'm not if I can remember very well. I was in a lower class than you, so you came from St. Joseph's College Ombachi. And during that very time when you came, you are more or less like a high-profile student that came into the school, and it was during that time that you had your breakthrough in the Uganda national team, football team. It was also during that time that you moved, I think, from Mediofe Hills to then Bonamoya FC. So I remember those times very well because I think we all looked up to the leadership that you provided, especially via football. So we were really very excited to have you in our school at the time. So I think we'll interact more about that and what was the experience like, to be called up to the Uganda Cranes national team, being a boy who was, I think, just trying to chase his dream through a God-given talent down from the outskirts of Arua.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think must really thank God for talent He's given me in football. I didn't really realize that I will be one of the people will be looking at in the world of sports in football. I think when I joined primary here in Road Demonstration School, I think it was then the brother of Mike Charles who had identified and seen the potential in me that one day I'll be able to follow his footsteps because he's one of the high-profile people who represented, I think, Arua in particular in the national team.
Yeah.
He saw that potential. I think also give credit, I think, to Madian West Nile Diocese for organizing these mini zonal leagues where most of the talent, because so many players who have excelled, I think they have happened to come from Manuel Cathedral out of the zonal leagues. I happened to join Varese Senior 1, and when I joined, I think by then, joining a school team, football team is always about how strong, how big you are.
Yeah, how energetic you
Yes, yeah. So
you must have been tiny at the time.
Yeah, very, very tiny. I think the uniforms I put, I think by then there was a Nigerian uniform, which the Taribo West, Okano, Jeje Okocha by then used to were using the African. So we are just given that uniform. I think the school had acquired it. But when I was training with them, they could see a talent. What they did was every game they could play, I always get a chance to board a bus free, because also boarding a bus to go and with the football team was a tug of war. But I happened to get that opportunity to stay always around the school team, which I got a lot of inspiration because whatever you do, you look at somebody. I think by then I was very close to the school football team, where I got the courage, I got the determination to always be like one of the football players by then. Okay. But my age and size couldn't allow me to break through, but I was part of the team. I didn't realize it so much with Varese because I think I only came in the school team when I was in senior 4. Then left Varese. I went to St. Joseph's College Ombachi, where the 2 years, I think the headmaster, Juga Augustine, who I think, I don't know, if God has talked to him about me joining the national team. It didn't even take long, but a week. I think it was an academic program where parents had come to check on our results. But he said one day I'll be able to play for the national team, having inspired the team always. I think 2 times we had gone to the finals of school football, where we met in Varese, and I was unlucky by then. I think I would have gotten that opportunity to join the national team, even a better team in Kampala, when I was always, I think, being spotted from these tournaments, this Coca-Cola.
Yeah, the chances were higher if you were studying in Kampala compared to here in Arua for you to join the national team if you are talented.
I don't think the chance would have been all that, because also playing for a team, let's say St. Mary's Stende, playing for Budo, playing for any other team, I think also joining the national team wouldn't have been easy for somebody who is from like me, from Arua.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very easy, because joining also a team, you need to pay. That's one thing I know.
Joining the national team,
joining a school football
team, you have to
pay to get that opportunity with the bursary and all those other stuff. But I was privileged to have gone to Obate. I didn't get the opportunity to go to Coca-Cola games, where to me that would have been my breakthrough.
Yeah,
because always the talent is there. Everybody has seen me, but it's not exposed.
The Coca-Cola was, I think, one way of exposing secondary school talent.
Yes, by then,
because it collected all the best schools in the whole country.
Yes,
football scouts were all over at the time.
I think by then we had one player from this place, Vada. I think by the names of Yuki Lawrence.
Wow, Yuki Lawrence, I remember him very well.
Yes,
we used to nickname him Senke.
Yeah,
he was extremely talented. Whatever happened to him, it's a story.
I think the latest Coca-Cola, which was in Masindi, happened to be the MVP.
Yeah,
happened to be the top scorer. He happened to be, I think he collected a lot of trophies.
He was one of those very talented footballers. If you compare his style of play to yours, there is not much difference. I used to watch him in secondary school games, and then I used to watch you. And you watch Yiki, except for him, his level of acceleration is quite fast. He's you can call it like the modern day Mbappe. And then there is you, who is composed and direct. So him not making it, I think it's quite sad. But then there is you coming from all this humble background and making it to the national team. I just want to know, the day you got that call to the national team, what were you doing? Where were you?
I think the first opportunity I got was when I was playing for the school, still Vareses.
Yeah,
I think there was an opportunity that regional banner that was given to most of the excelling players. Though I told you I didn't make it to Coca-Cola, but I happened to get that chance through the administrators of football, I think in the district. They identified me, and we got a chance to go and have a trial to train with the national team at Nambole. But sorry to say, this surprising thing there, we couldn't get the opportunity, because I told you when we went there, the experience, the atmosphere, everything that we had not even seen was there. So you could see a lot of stars which we've been seeing, I think, on the TV. Brasekadza, David Obon, the late Johnson Bambole, we have Simeon Masaba, Dan Wagal, so many. So we couldn't really get the opportunity to train, but we were seeing what they were doing, I think, which was very enough for us.
Yeah. So being around the caliber of players that you've just mentioned, I think might have been quite intimidating for you at the time.
Yeah, but a few who I think they had helped us. You know, in every community, not everybody doesn't like you. There are some people who really feel human. They want to settle you. They could come to your room and try to talk to you, encourage you, and tell you the challenges, whatever you're going to face. Don't fear. Be yourself. Be composed. Do whatever you're going to do to make sure that you succeed. But I think they were so nice to us. But only that what we had sent there to do, we didn't really get the opportunity. But to me, it was a very good experience, having been around the national team, because I was watching these players direct from the TV. But if now I'm seeing, I'm shaking their hands, I'm being with them, try to see whatever they're doing, I think that it was so good to us.